Have you ever gotten the hiccups? You know, the ones that just will not go away. Before you know it, all of your well-meaning friends start touting ways for you to get rid of those hiccups.
Like holding your breath.
Right.
Or drinking out of the far side of a cup of
Right,
water.
right.
Or scaring somebody. That's my favorite.
Yeah, and that is exactly why I'm what I mean, and that reminds me, I never want you to be around me when I have the hiccups. Anyway, a case of the hiccups for a little garden critter leads to a whole bunch of silly hiccup-ridding antics and a lesson in kindness. The book is called Iccup Has The Hiccups. The author is Maria Cocodrilli, and she is of Salisbury. Maria, welcome to DelmarvaLife.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you are also a designer, and that relates to how you came up with the idea for Iccup. Can you explain?
Yes, I went to school at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, where I majored in toy design. And during that time, we had to create a plush character who I ended up naming Iccup. And from there, I wrote a little story about him having the hiccups. Fast forward to now, I finally had the time to really divulge into really illustrating it and writing it, and I created him into a book.
Oh my goodness.
How cool.
And everyone could share the story of Iccup.
Wrote and illustrated.
Yes.
What kind of toys did you design?
So I worked in the toy industry for about 20 years. I worked for Hasbro designing Play-Doh, Mr. Potato Head, My Little Pony, things like that.
Oh my God.
It was a wonderful career, yes.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Yes.
pretty neat. That's
Yes.
pretty neat. Okay, so you say you came up with Iccup when you were in school. What made you decide to revisit Iccup?
I found the mock-up of my book about a year and a half ago, and I pulled it out of my old portfolio and showed my husband and my children, and they really just believed in it, and they loved it so much that I felt it was time to bring it to fruition and share it with the world, because they're just so excited about it. And I kind of forgot about him, and then I realized how wonderful he was, and I just wanted to share it with everybody.
So how long ago was the original?
I would say about 30 years ago was the original.
So what was it like to look back at the original?
It was really overwhelming. I just realized at the time when I created Iccup, I just had a love for him, and just to forget about him for so many years was terrible of me. I'm sorry, buddy.
But he was waiting on you.
He was waiting on me. Thank you so much. Yes, he was. And just to go back and revisit it and then have to take on that type of job again of re-illustrating and rewriting it for production was very overwhelming. I didn't realize how ambitious I was when I was a student in college. But,
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
So the story,
Yes.
the underlying theme, or maybe not even underlying, but there's a theme in there about having friends who believe in you.
And that's Iccup and his buddies. I mean, Iccup has the hiccups. He wakes up with them. He's a little distraught. And as he goes to venture throughout his little garden, he comes across every one of his friends who seem to have their own little issue. Like Snitzer can't stop sneezing, and Itchy can't stop itching, and Blagoth can't stop coughing, but they all stop their day to try to help him. And they put themselves aside to take care of him in his plight for the hiccups.
So any thoughts about writing something else in the future?
I do have something next in my mind to write in the future. I'm ready to take it on, but I just need to take a moment after a year of illustrating late night hours and early morning hours to get it done. And I want to enjoy his journey. I want to enjoy watching the book get into the hands of kids. It's already started to happen. I'm getting pictures of people with their children holding their books, and it's super exciting to see it come to life. But yes, there's something on the boards for hopefully the next 2 years. I'll hopefully get another book written and illustrated. Yeah.
2 years better than 30.
Yes.
I don't have that time anymore, unfortunately. My time's condensed, so I got to get it done sooner than later.
Sure.
So.
And how can folks get a hold of your book?
You can get a hold of the book on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or with my publisher, Stillwater Press. Go to their website and you can order the book there. And then hopefully it'll be in stores locally. I have some local businesses who are looking to carry the book. And you can follow me on my Facebook page or Instagram page to see where it will be locally. I'd love for people to buy the book locally to support our local businesses. So yes.
Very great. That's awesome.
That's neat.
Very cool.
Well, I'm glad you revisited Iccup and
thank
brought him
you.
into our lives.
And brought him in.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you,
Maria
Iccup. We appreciate
Cocodrilli.
your time.
Oh, he thanks you too.